Hey folks, my name is Tatiana. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Ethereal Entertainer. Today I will be pulling tarot cards for each zodiac sign to see what is in store for all of us for the month of October. I will pull a card for the sun, moon, and rising placements for each sign, so you will be able to sift through my videos to get your personal 3-card spread for October. Very cool stuff. So one reading for you will not be the same as the reading for your friend who happens to be an Aquarius. If you have different sun, moon, and rising placements, y'all will have different readings. So this is going to be a unique experience for you, your friends, share it, all that good stuff. These bracelets I'm wearing are made by yours truly. These are 2 Evil Eye bracelets that are now available on my Etsy shop. They're absolutely gorgeous, so check them out. I do have other colors and other varieties. I also offer big 3 bracelets, customizable, of course. So check that out and let me know what you think. Also, I do have chakra stones laid out to keep everything nice and balanced and ensure that I am pulling cards for everyone's highest good that chooses to watch my videos. So let's talk tarot. Interesting. Hey Aquarius, now let's start with your sun placement. In this position we have the King of Wands card. This is a very masculine energy, and this is about getting things done. So think of it this way: the king is a ruler of many individuals and uses his court to get things done. In this position, the King of Wands is about getting things done and putting in action. This isn't necessarily about thought process or creativity. This is about a person taking a leadership role and using what they have available to them to create the results that they want. This could look like, say you're a stay-at-home mom and you have been dealing with cleaning up after everyone and you are tired of it. The King of Wands card is a card saying that it would be of your highest good to lean into that masculine energy and saying, hey, everyone around this house, I'm giving everybody chores. We're going to get this stuff done together because I can't do it all by myself. Or this could look like you working, on a project at work or something like that. And you have a lot of great input. You have a lot of great things that you know whose strengths and weaknesses are, and you know how to apply them accordingly to get the optimal results. That could be you stepping into your King of Wands energy. It can look like anything essentially. This can be applied to whatever circumstance. It doesn't have to be anything extremely specific. It's really more so about the energy of this card of being willing to take the leadership role in whatever situation is currently at hand for you. So it's saying lean into it. It's saying that this is a good energy to have and to carry, and that you are very capable, very, very capable of it. And you'd be a great king. So I hope that makes sense, but it's really about taking charge. Okay, that's a good way to put this. Is about taking charge. Okay, this is about knowing what you have around you, the kind of people you have around you, the talents that they have, the abilities they have, and you having the eye to say, this what you have going on can be applied to this specific thing, or to this realm, and we can all get this stuff done together and create something wonderful, create awesome results. So, okay, moving on to the moon placement for you. We have the Page of Swords. So remember, the page has to do with being novice, being, in a position of learning, but in the position like this with a Page of Swords being in reverse, it's either indicating that we are not being very receptive and open to what we can learn and what our potential is, because we're kind of shutting ourselves off, or we might be a little too folly. So the thing is, though, the swords again has to do with the tongue. The tongue is mightier than the sword. I always think of that when I look at this suit. So this might have to do with you're not expressing yourself as effectively as you could. Maybe you are talking about things and expressing interest in things, but you're not following through. The thing about the Page card is that essentially you move into the position of the knight, and the knight is the one who takes the battlefield. So this card is showing that you're not quite where you need to be in order for you to move into that knight position, to move into that queen, king type of position. You know what I mean? So maybe you are talking about something and you've been thinking about something and you've been sharing ideas and things like that, but you haven't been doing anything to make those things happen and to come true. Why is that? Are you afraid, or you don't believe in yourself in some way? Are you, not knowing how to start, where to begin? I know, that's something I definitely deal with. I have an idea and I'm like, I don't know where to begin with this. And this Page of Swords card can be very indicative of energy like that. So this is saying, open your perception to things and ask questions. Be willing to, communicate with people who maybe have a little bit more experience than you, or people who have done what it is that you want to do, or work in the realm that you're trying to get into. And be willing to learn from them. Be willing to figure out, hey, how can I get my feet on the ground about this? How can I get some traction about what I'm trying to get done here? The Page of Swords card is a card that's like you have the idea, you have the, you've got all the talk. Now you got to put the walk to it, So this is a card about being open-minded and willing to learn, take different perspectives, so that you can move forward, so that you can move yourself out of that stagnation, or feeling not productive. That's just not feeling productive. Also, maybe it's not necessarily that type of situation. Maybe you're being a little too hasty. Maybe you're trying to go from being the page to being the knight a little too soon. And sometimes we, think about things not for very long, and then we just want to act on it, and we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit when we do that. So just, really think about that too. Maybe it's coming from the other direction of, not quite being in the page position. Maybe you're dealing with, moving a little too fast, not putting enough thought into or plan into what it is that you're trying to do. You're not effectively thinking about the type of actions that are actually going to make the result that you want. And it's really a good time for you to sit and think about that more. Okay, so now let's talk about your rising placement. In this position, we have the Hierophant, which is a card that represents learning and having the curiosity to learn about the traditional way of things. Maybe you're, I said this in another video too, maybe you are embarking on a spiritual journey of some sort. Maybe you have been watching videos like these because you're very curious about tarot. You're very curious about spirituality. And the Hierophant card is indicating that it's good to learn about these things, and that there is someone who's knowledgeable, someone around you, or maybe to seek out someone who's knowledgeable who can help you Learn about the things that you're curious about. There's a way that tarot is done, for example, and it's, it has to do with, keeping with the tradition, the typical, cards, what they mean, what the suits mean, that kind of thing. It's really about learning things in a traditional way, in an institutionalized way. Maybe you're dealing with school right now and you need tutoring. Maybe you've been putting it off and now it's time for you to, realize that, hey, tutoring won't be so bad. It will actually help me create circumstances that I want, help me get those A's, So the Hierophant card, it could either be indicative of someone like that coming to you, you're attracting that kind of person to you, or you could be that person for someone else. So maybe you hold a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and someone has, maybe indirectly or directly expressed that they're interested in picking your brain. And these things, whether you're being taught or learning, can be very, very gratifying. They help us grow as people. There's that saying that says, learn one, teach one, do one, right? Or learn one, do one, teach one. That's how it goes. And when you have a lot of knowledge about something and then you pass that knowledge on to someone else, it helps further solidify that knowledge within you. It helps it stick. It helps it expand too. Teaching is also a learning process for the teacher. And you may realize that you have a knack for teaching people. You have a knack for sharing information, and that you are a well of wisdom that a lot of people could really benefit from. So be willing to lean into that, because it's a good thing. It's a good thing to teach. It's a good thing to learn. And it's a good thing to, sometimes going back to the basics and going to the more orthodox traditional way of things is a good thing, Maybe you've been taking notes on your laptop at school and you realize that, things stick in your mind better when you take notes on, pen and paper, It's about realizing when traditional is the way to go versus taking your own route, taking your own flair on things. And this card is saying that you could benefit from traditional ways of being right now, whether learning or teaching. So I hope that this was a great reading and that you got something really good out of this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you hit that notification bell and that you subscribe so that you can see these videos monthly. I hope that you have a great evening or great day, depending on where you are and what time you're watching this. And I hope to see you back really soon. Bye.